Climate activists throw mashed potatoes on a Monet painting. Previously, it was ketchup on Van Gogh's sunflowers. Now it's mashed potatoes on Monet. The good part here is the fact that these paintings are encased in glass that has a higher likelihood of surviving the nuclear apocalypse than you or me. The bad part is that this is most likely just the very, very start of all of these charades and shenanigans. You see, all of these activists have one thing in common. They're the children of extremely wealthy, rich parents. And they have not had any struggle in their lives. Their education is bought. They don't have to worry about money. They don't have to worry about getting a job. They have all this free time, all this leisure time, and they don't know what to do with it. And as people, they need something to actually do. They need a calling. They need to feel special. Since they don't need to have a job, since they don't understand what money is, they do this sort of crap. They campaign, they do all of this shit for something that makes them inside feel special, that they're actually making a difference, that they matter as people. And they pull this crap off. It's the same as the Just Stop Oil thing. This one happened in Germany. It's some kind of random activist bunch in Germany inspired by the Just Stop Oil. You know, the ones who did the Heinz ketchup on the Van Gogh sunflowers. And now they're, by the way, also doing crap like this. Oh, yeah. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Honestly, I don't exactly care about this part, but still, it's just an example. All these activists try to get as many eyes on themselves as possible. If you have seen the clips, then you know that, wow, the paparazzi suddenly magically just know where to be at the exact right time with exactly as many cameras as possible to get these shocking things on tape. Oh, yeah. These activists are not doing it, by the way, for any cause. If they wanted to do something for this cause of global warming or global climate change or whatever, they should probably start getting their parents to stop using private jets to go to the supermarket, or stop them giving private jets to people to go to the supermarket for them, most likely. You know, that's where the change should start. But no. In reality, all these people do is they want to be famous. Their parents are rich, influential, so they must also be rich, influential, and famous. Now, everything is about the clicks, everything is about the views. Nothing you do matters, it's just how famous you are. And these people want it. And they find this an easy way to actually get it. I hope something happens with these people. For example, recently we had the Volkswagen thing where a bunch of air quotes scientists, because this is one of also the most hilarious stories ever, glued themselves and demanded that Volkswagen from Germany does some kind of magical bullshit and, I don't know, fights climate change or whatever. The funny part is, this was all posted here. And this guy, if you're wondering what that sound is, my cat found a grocery bag. And I probably don't need to explain what happens when a cat finds a bag. But yeah, so this is my favorite part probably about these activists. You have spoiled rich kids who literally don't know what to do with their time because they cannot be punished because they are rich and money speaks louder than any words ever can. And then you have people like this, air quotes scientist. Now I don't remember what kind of scientists these people are, but they're the kind of scientists where they tell you their field of study, and most people go like, wow, I did not know we need scientists in that. I didn't know that's even a thing. And they're so self-righteous. This is not the clip, I couldn't find it, but essentially, in one of these clips, this guy says, as scientists, we all know that blah 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 does X to the environment. And again, his field of science is something that doesn't give him any credentials to honestly even call himself a scientist. He's the scientist of basket fucking weaving, for God's sake, or something like that at best. And he's all pompous. Oh, as scientists, we obviously understand that this does X, even though technically there's no real proof of that, but that doesn't matter. All these activists are absolute pieces of shit who probably should have gotten beaten as children, but their parents never cared enough about them. I mean, look at this. This is the Just Stop Oil from the Van Gogh. Want to read their demands? I read their demands, so you're gonna also read their demands. The UK government makes a statement that it will immediately halt all future licensing and consent for the exploration, development, and production of fossil fuels in the UK. So I'm pretty sure the UK doesn't really have too many fossil fuels to explode, or they did have a pretty decent field from somewhere in the sea. Maybe that was theirs. But anyway, that's already in exploitation. So their demands are completely stupid. The UK could honestly stop their licensing and it would not impact anything. The UK could stop consent for exploration and development of production of fossil fuels and it wouldn't do anything. The only thing that maybe it would do, more people would, die on the streets or in their homes from the cold in the winter. That's the only thing that could happen. And by the way, potentially, also, obviously, crap like this is only happening in the good old best parts of Europe, the classic suspects. The UK, Germany, I'm pretty sure Sweden's gonna get in there also some fucking how. That's probably gonna be the next news cycle. Activists in Sweden accidentally did something stupid yet again. Oh, it's always these absolute shithole countries that have completely gone down the bubble. Their demands are essentially stop usage of all fossil fuels. And you know what? They don't even understand that people are gonna literally actually freeze if their demands are actually met. That's the funniest part. They don't care about that because one, who fucking cares what happens to the poor, am I right? And two, again, they're all rich. They don't care. They're just, if it gets too cold in their countries, their parents are just gonna buy them a ticket to Miami or, Hawaii or some other random place that they want to go to. It doesn't matter for them. Everything that they are campaigning for has absolutely no consequences, no meanings to their lives. They just want to be seen, they just want to be famous, and that's pretty much it. Like these guys. Actually, these are my favorite ones. Because you know what Volkswagen did? They didn't give them food. They didn't give them buckets to pee in. They literally shat themselves on the floor, and they had to call doctors after 24 hours because their arms were starting to get a little bit, potentially dangerous for their lives, which was great and funny. Also, this was just not gluing themselves to the floor. No. This was also a hunger strike, where ironically enough they got pissed because Volkswagen didn't didn't give them phones so they could order food. How is that a hunger strike? No idea. But again, this is climate activists. These are people who understand nothing. These are people who, well, their lives are literally meaningless. That's kind of the point of this. They have absolutely nothing to do with their lives. So this is the best they can do. And again, God, I want to remember what kind of scientists these people were. Because again, they weren't math scientists, they weren't physicists, they weren't eco-scientists, they weren't climate scientists even. They were literally some kind of basket weaving scientists or some bullshit like that. It's hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. All of this activism is just a bunch of losers who have never had anything good in their lives, seeking something to give them even the most slightest bit of meaning. And again, I'm betting $100 that Sweden's next. I'm betting $100 we're gonna see Swedish activists now going at it. Oh my god. It's always the classical shithole suspects. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Like and subscribe. Later.